Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Journeyman. In this episode we're going to be finishing pre-season, playing all the friendlies and getting to the end of the transfer window. Hopefully get a decent squad together. Need to buy some new centre-backs and we're going to start the episode by just having a little look at the players that I've just managed to bring in. So there's Masibi, who's going to go in goal, and Kasperi, who I think is going to play in centre midfield with Moyo. He looks alright. I mean, I hoped he would be a little bit better, but he's actually got some decent stats as like a ball winner. He's got good work rate. He's got a little bit of pace about, well, not a great amount of pace about him, but he's decent. And his tackling and marking are good as well as his positioning, so hopefully he can slot in nicely with Moyo. And he seems quite similar to Moyo a little bit. But I'm going to try him as a box-to-box midfielder. His passing is 11, his first touch is 11, which for this league isn't too bad at all. He's got alright determination and his mentals aren't too low either. So I'm going to go back in for Matthias. I'm back in for him. He's just come up as he will consider another contract offer, so we're going to have a look at him and see if we can get him in. Alright, so let's try 2.3 this time. Still a pretty hefty contract for him. He's got an orange. Oh man, this guy. What is his game? He was only on £1,000 a week beforehand at Sundowns, so I don't know what his problem is, to be honest, but let's just see if we can bump a couple of these up. But a grand in a clean sheet is just a lot of money for me to be spending, but let's see. I think that's it. He's gone red, don't believe it. And I really want him. Okay, Nonshinga. He's a striker. I think he'll do alright. He scored a lot of goals for the team he's at, even though they're in a pretty poor league. They're in one of the regional leagues in South Africa, so I'm not too sure what the standard is there, but it's probably not the greatest, to be perfectly honest with you. So let's maybe try 800 a week. Small signing on fee. Pretty happy with that contract if he'll accept it. Maybe just push that goal bonus up. But yeah, and he's going to come for 800. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. Okay, so we've come to the season expectations. It's gonna be... Oh, and I also got the scouting range extended as well, which is pretty decent. I would like to go for mid-table finish because I don't think I'm going to finish any lower than that, or at least I'd hope not, but I think just to make sure that I don't get sacked, I think we might just go down the middle. Not quite sure what the South African knockout cup is, but we can find out. But yeah, I think down the middle. Don't really get that much more. You get like another grand or so, and mid-table finish is only another 900 quid. So I think down the middle is probably the best option to go for. Alright, so I've just had a little bit of a look around at some centre halves, and it seems like because it's gone over to July now, a couple more have come available, and this Boxall guy looks solid. He's at Supersport United, who are in the league at the moment. And he's not actually asking for much a week either. Like, he's only asking for 875 there, which is good. So I think that this guy could end up being an absolute steal. I don't really know how we've managed it, but let's see if we can try and get him for 800 quid. And he's going to come for 800. Oh my days. Absolutely made up with that. Can't see much of his stats, but his jumping is 16, which I think is going to help. And his mentals look decent. Decent heading and tackling as well. So I'm pretty pleased with him. He will count as a foreigner though. Alright, so these are the schedule that we've got at the moment. Just going to sort the friendlies out because I did assign my assistant manager to sort it out, but he's not pulled his weight and he's Braden Hangon's just not really the best for friendlies by the looks of it, the idiot. So we're going to just delete those three. Don't really want to play 3 away games, and we're just going to sort some friendlies out. So this is what we've ended up with. Quite a few home games. A couple of away games in there, playing against Orlando Pirates as well, and a couple of the teams that are in the league, and then obviously a couple of teams that are a little bit lower down as well. I think that's quite well rounded in terms of the friendlies though, and we should be able to see how good we are against some of those teams, and hopefully get a bit of a feel for the signs we've bought and whether they're going to be good enough for the league that we're in. The same way that I look in the national teams is that I'm just going to look in the South Africa under-20s. I don't know why I didn't do it last season, but I'm just going to scout all of these players because it's definitely worth doing it. Hopefully I'll get a couple of youngsters that will come through. So we've just got this Mabunda guy. He looks really good. He can play quite a few positions as well. And I think I'm going to try him out at like right back maybe. Or maybe... could play right back, could play centre mid. But I'm going to try him out at right back first. Looks like he could do the business quite quick. So Nonshinga's set to sign. quite sold on him. He's got a bit of pace about him. Obviously, he scored a lot of goals in the league below, and even though it is a bit of a shit league, like if they're scoring goals in the league they're in, he actually says he's a leading player for Prem side as well. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, and if they score, oh, this guy says it's decent, so take what you will out of that. But yeah, if they score a lot of goals in the league that they're in, then you know that they're at least scoring goals in the game, which usually reflects pretty well. And I like the fact that he can play on the wing as well, because it suits the formation that we want to play. In terms of if we want to drop a couple of players back onto the wing, then at least he can fill in on one of those sides. Alright, so there's this guy that I found when I was looking around for some centre halves. He's not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. Don't really like any of his technicals too much, and his mentals aren't great either, but his physicals are really good. Like, he's quick, he's good in the air. So I think that he's kind of like a centre back. He can play right back, and I'm going to retrain him as maybe like an anchorman or a centre midfielder, because I think that he'll be able to just put his weight about a bit. And it doesn't look like we're going to get Matthias, so I think that this guy could come in and do a job. I'm not massively sold on him, but we're just going to get him in anyway. Alright, so here's the contract offer for Shoyisa, and he's not asking for too much either, so that's pretty good, to be honest. I didn't really want to pay him too much, because he might only end up sitting on the bench, but I think as sort of like a rotational defender, midfielder, anchorman type thing, he could be good, and he's accepted. So he's now set to sign, Shoyisa. Pretty sold on him, I think he could do a job. So I'm just having a look at Matthias before we sign Shoyisa, and wouldn't you know, I can't quite believe it, he's actually come back and now he wants less money than he did before. Bearing in mind we've only gone sort of like 2 weeks-ish. It's kind of annoyed me, but this is amazing. If I can get both of those in, then I'll be absolutely chuffed, because I think that we were struggling sort of defensively. Plus he can play at the back and on full-back positions as well, this Matthias guy, so he's kind of like the perfect player for what I need, and if I can get him for under £2 a week, then I'll be absolutely chuffed. Just going to try... He's probably going to want a little bit of an agent fee and a sign-on fee, so let's see if he'll take that. Can't believe it. Good job that he didn't sign, to be fair, because I'm going to end up getting him for like 700 quid less a week, which is just ridiculous. And he's accepted 1.7, so that looks like he's coming in absolutely perfect. So we'll delay Shoyisa. Just having a look at Matthias now, just got a final scout report on him, and he is a beast. His decisions is poor, but his bravery, aggression, determination, work rate and physicals, and his tackling, and he's got decent first touch and passing as well, so he's just going to be a monster. He can play anywhere in midfield, he can play at the back, so I'm absolutely chuffed with him. So we've just got Matthias, he's just signed, so we're going to speak to Moyo and get him to integrate him in. Very happy with that, to be honest. Very, very happy. Midfield's looking a lot stronger now, a lot stronger. I just can't get over his physicals, to be honest. So I'm just going to put Kasperi as an anchorman, because obviously he is actually more like a ball winner, or more like a defensive midfielder, so he might actually do alright in there, but the only thing that puts me off a little bit is the fact that he's 5'5", which I don't like doing. The thing that I like doing the most is playing someone who's like a really big physical player in defensive midfield, but I suppose if I play him as an anchorman and I've got Matthias in front of him, then 5'5" might not make too much odds. Okay, so captains for the season. Kuhn might not get too many games, but he's quite high up in this list. And I don't really want to give it to anybody who's just come in, so like Masibi probably could have got it maybe a little bit, but I think Kuhn and Moyo is pretty good. Kuhn might end up starting some games as well. And just having a look at the bank balance, which it's not actually as bad as it was before. 85 in the red, but we've got like 18 grand in the wage budget, and we're only spending 14.5 at the moment, so we've actually got quite a bit of money to spare. It's just that the reserves obviously left, and we've ended up getting quite a bit of budget freed up, so that's been pretty good. It's helped us out a lot. So we've got a friendly against Highlands Park, who we actually play in the first league game, so this will be quite a good little test. So let's make an impression, boys. Feeling a little bit more optimistic now. Obviously we've got Matthias in, so kind of got my man really. He was the only one who stood out massively to me, him and Masibi. Still struggling at centre back, but hopefully that Boxer will come in and do a bit of a job in there. But at the moment we've got some trialists and skippers in at centre back, which is concerning, but it's a good little test for them in this game, I suppose. Hopefully Chibambo gets on the score sheet. I've tried him through the centre. Kind of putting a lot of faith in him, to be honest. Oh, it's a good effort and it's a good save. It's a great save. It's what I like to see, Masibi. I think Haraba would have let that in, to be honest. Obviously, we're still playing the formation that we played last season, and these, I think, finished a couple of places above the relegation zone, so we probably want to be beating these, really. Liking looking at midfield, though. Somehow I've pulled a team together that I'm reasonably happy with, as long as we can score the goals. Sewell is going to be absolutely key, though. He really is going to be key, because we've not really got anybody who can do the damage that he can do. Half time, 0-0. Not too bad considering. We're not quite first team. We've only just started training these in the tactics as well. Quite a lot of these players have ended up signing quite a few, haven't we? So Skippers is actually doing pretty well. Masibi's on 7.5 as well, which is very good news. It's looking good, that. I've actually ended up getting quite a few players for cheaper than I expected as well, which is probably why we've got wage budget left. So we're flying through this second half. I'm just going to leave these players out for the most part, because I just want to get the match fitness up. Chance, though. Matthias. Oh, he's giving it away. Oh, good tackle. Nice. Go on, deal with it. Deal with it. Nice, Masivi. I like that. Don't like that, those skippers. Don't really want to concede in the last minute. It'd be a bit heartbreaking. Oh, he's got a chance and he's missed. Probably take 0-0 though, to be fair. Defence has played well, to be honest. There's a chance. Don't like it. So 0-0. Not a bad result, really. First friendly, and it's against a team who's in our league. Hopefully. Thought he was in the bang that then. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay, so we're on to the next friendly. Not really too much has happened since. And we're playing against Orlando Pirates. So let's make an impression, boys. Now, this is going to be a pretty big game. Nonchinga's going to be starting in this match as well, so hopefully he can do some damage. He started on the left-hand side, which probably isn't suited particularly to him, but way out. Oh, good. Oh, what a hit! Chibambo. And it's Nonchinga with the assist as well, and it's 1-0 against Orlando Pirates. Don't know whether they're putting the first team out here, but we'll soon find out. I'm sure they're going to end up getting a goal here. Not got much of a defence, so pretty happy that we scored though, to be honest. Oh, and it's an absolute bullet. Absolute bullet by Ndoro. I think I might have even scouted him. I think he could have been on one of the top scorers last season for them and in the league. Yeah, oh, I thought that was 2 then. Come on, get a ball in. I'm hoping that Dunn might do what Mohal did last season, and but from the left-hand side and just like start running down that wing like a madman, just crossing it in. Because we didn't have anything on the left-hand side last season, which I think if we had, we probably would have absolutely run away with the league. Giving the ball away quite a lot though, which is a bit concerning. Oh, wouldn't want him to be scoring from there, to be fair. Defence aren't playing as well in this game. I've got Mudbunder at right back again. I want to try and play him in a couple of games in the pre-season friendly so that he can. I think he might only be accomplished at right back at the moment, so see if we can get that to go up to natural. But might take a few more games than that. I'm pretty happy getting him in though, because we needed some cover in centre midfield. We've not really got too many players who can play in there, and I'm happy to play Mohal, to be fair. So it's a good ball over. Was that a save? It was. What a save, Masibi. Hopefully he proves me right in getting him in. Again, 7.4. He's doing the biz in goal. Kisper, he's not having a great game though. Neither is Sawala, to be fair. Thought he beat Kwong Chibambo. Not the best pass in the world. Come on, boys, get the ball back. Ooh, good interception. Straight back to them though. It's a good knock. And it's in. And is that done? I think that was done. Letting him through. He's 17. They're probably going to have some naughty youngsters as well. Probably next season it'll be worse because they'll have got some even better ones in. Usually the first season you don't get that many good ones in, but second season the regens just kick in properly. So I was really not having a great game. Big long boot forward. Good switch. Oh, and it's 3. He scored again, that Andorra. A little bit shit by Mississippi on that one. He's dropped on his rating. Just swap the front 3. I've got 6 strikers though. I've got Tiali as well who can play in centre midfield, so yeah, I've got a little bit of cover everywhere to be fair. A little bit. Not too much. Got a couple of trialists in as well at the minute. This Sturman is trialist, but not particularly sold him, to be honest. It's a good ball. Sekwama. That was a save. Good save, to be fair. Spooey. Lucky's dwelling on it. Kind of to be expected this 3-1. Not massively bothered about the friendlies too much. Not going to really like force anything. I'm not going to be doing team talks and stuff on it, but we scored, so that's pretty good. We conceded 3, but we've not got either of the first choice centre halves that we're going to have, probably, hopefully. So, not bad. Bad, but not too bad. So, unlucky boys. Okay, so on to the next friendly, and it's against Pollock City, who are also in the Premier League. And let's try and make an impression again, boys. Come on then, let's see how we get on against these. Would like to beat one of these teams, but I'm not sure we're going to do it in this match, considering we've got like half a first team out. Try Matthias in that ball winner in defensive midfield in this game as well, just to see if he's a little bit better, because Kaspui's not really been doing it in there. Keep giving the ball away from defence, which is annoying. Like that, exactly like that, Moha. Oh, that's a good goal, to be fair. It's a decent little goal, that. Probably going to have a lot of crosses coming in, and Tiali's only small as well, so it's probably not worked out too well, that. Let's see if we can get back in the game. Not too far. Oh, there we go. That is what I want, Matthias. And that is a great knock-in. It's Messia to Siwala. And that's exactly what I want. Matthias in there, breaking up the game. Maybe he is going to have to play his ball and then defensive midfield. 1-1 at half time. Tiali's not having the greatest game in the world at centre back, but it's probably to be expected. I think he actually is naturally a centre half, but I don't think I'd ever really play him as a centre back too often, not unless I really had to. Oh, that would have been scandalous. Lucky Coon, 6.2. Not happy about that. I'm actually playing Nonshinger as a centre midfielder in this game as well. Thought I'd just play him in there. He needs a bit of match fitness, and I wanted to play the other 3 up front. But he's not having a terrible game by any means, but it might be something that I look at. He can play in quite a few different positions, which is quite good. Just going to bring Chibamba on. See if we can snatch this game. Go on, give us the ball back. Need a tackle. Oh, it's a good save again, Masibi. Pretty happy with how he's playing at the moment. I feel like that was a real problem for us last season. Goss came in halfway through and he did okay. But he still let quite a few stupid goals in. It's a good knock. Oh, I thought he was going to come out and let us have a freebie there. And hopefully Masibi's going to stop that from happening and not give away too many stupid goals. Good flick, Chibambo. Oh, it was a really tame shot. Really tame. We didn't really have the best pre-season last season though. As long as we're relatively competitive in these games, then I'm pretty happy. It looks like it's gonna be another draw, which is not bad. It's not bad. We're still getting used to the tactics, still getting the new players into the team. Still not got a first team out, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so next friendly is against JDR Stars FC. Don't know why I struggled saying that. We're going to swap things around a little bit. Okay, so come on lads, show us what you can do. So we should be dispatching these. I think these are just a random team from like a regional league in South Africa, so we really should be beating these by a couple of goals. Stuck Kuhn up front for this one because hopefully he's going to get a goal and it might set him off on a little run. He did score in burst last season as well. Quite like the purple kit on these. Go on then, Chibambo. He is playing on the right hand side in this game, but his work rate's not the best. But we were just going to try people everywhere in pre-season just to see how they get on. It's a good knock. Oh, it's a fucking great goal. And that's Nonshinger again, and he's got a couple of assists so far. Could end up being a bit of a steal, and as I say that, he gets a dead leg, which is pretty annoying. So he's going to have to come out for Sturman's going to have to come out. And we'll move Dud to centre back. So we're really struggling for centre halves at the moment. I've been looking around with the scouting and there just isn't anybody at the minute, so it's not a lot we can do. We might end up having to play Skip as centre back. Might only be till January though, to be fair. If we can get to January, okay, then hopefully if we're doing alright in the league, we'll be able to get a couple more players in. And usually reputation goes up a little bit by January as well. They're knocking it about there, these. Good tackle, Moya. Did that a lot this season, didn't you? Good old Peter Moya. Good tackle again, and it's Messia. Go on and bang that. Oh, it's a great finish. Good celebration as well, Messia. Love it. So 2-0. Pretty happy with that half time. To be expected though, really. These are a team that we really should be dispatching quite easy. Good stop, Masibi. Kuhn's not doing it again up front. I mean, that defence is horrendous. 3 left backs I've got. 3 left backs. Absolutely ridiculous. Mabunda seems to be doing a little bit better in that defensive midfield role than the other two have. Although, when they're a ball winner, they never really get a great rating. So I'm never too bothered about the rating that much. Obviously, if it's like below a 6.6, then you should be a little bit concerned. But let's bring Siwala on. Would like another goal, to be fair. Go on, hit that, Peter. Good ball. Oh, come on. I'll pick that up. Tiali. Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. What a ridiculous goal. You can tell these aren't in any sort of league. So 3-0 time. That'll do. 3-0 will do. Happy with that. Clean sheet as well. Good ratings. Happy with that performance. And we absolutely dominated the game as well. Look at that. 22 shots. 6 on target. A bit concerning though, to be fair. Okay, so this was a guy that we looked at in the last episode. And I've ended up getting the scout reports back on him. And even though he's not got that much pace, 17 tackling. And we're struggling for fullbacks at the moment as well. I mean, compared to Mo Howe, he's absolutely unbelievable. So we'll just get him in. All right. So we've got this Michael Kwon guy on a trial, and He scored against us a couple of times last season. I don't remember his name, so might be able to sign him. I think he's probably going to want quite a bit of wage, but we're against Northwest Shining Stars FC. I did actually cancel a friendly in the meantime because the players were getting knackered and I didn't have enough players to put a team out. Alright, so again, let's just do place up for grabs again. So again, this is another team that really we should be beating. These are one of the lower teams. Just trying to build morale up with these 2 friendlies in a row. Good win in the last game, 3-0, pretty decent. Pretty happy with that. Trying Matthias out at right back in this one. Skippers and Tiali, centre back. Moko Bain, who has been playing centre back. I'm going to put him in his natural position at left back because he's actually been doing alright at centre back. And they've scored. I don't believe it. That's not good news. Seem to be susceptible to crosses when Tiali plays centre back. Should really be dispatching these pretty easy. It's been a very mediocre pre-season. It's been a very long pre-season as well, trying to get all the transfers in, so hopefully I get rewarded for my patience. Take your time. Nice. Good ball, Moyo. Nice. Love that. Cross. Oh. Come on then. It's a decent delivery. Oh, Moyo. Oh, great hit here. Let's hope that he's going to bang a few this season because Sutsalupa was the guy that was stepping up with the long shots last season. And I don't think Matthias is going to do it. And I doubt that Kasperi is going to do it as well because he's more of a ball winner. So it's going to be in Peter Moyo's hands to score us the goals from midfield this season, I think. And I think we're just going to have to hope that one of the strikers really just sets on fire and just literally goes on a run. But Suala got a lot of goals last season. So I've got a lot of faith in him, to be honest. And Chibambo looks alright. Never really had a player with those type of stats in the lower league. The bravery, aggression and the physicals. I've never really had a player that's not scored goals. So kind of going off. It's a good little knock that. And that's a great goal. It's lucky. Get in there, lucky boy. Yeah, I've never really had a player like it who hasn't scored goals and kind of just going off my instincts of playing the game for so many years, to be fair with him. Even though like his first touch is 10, but again, even in this league, like 10 isn't horrendous. Even though usually I wouldn't get a striker in with 10. And he's got a little bit of dribbling as well, to be fair to him. I think he might only be 12, but 12's better than like 9 or something on a couple of the others, so just keep the ball there. It's a good knock, Kasperi. Nice. Oh, I got it. Oh, it's in. Maybe I'm wrong, Kasperi. Maybe I'm wrong, mate. Maybe I'm wrong. It was a good strike, that, to be fair. Let's just take a couple of these off. Yeah, I'm hopeful that this Incorsu could do the job. I think that he might only last a season. He's getting on a little bit, and he's not the quickest. I think he's got 11.11 for acceleration and pace, so we might have to just watch that. I think I got him for 2 years, which is a bit annoying, but I really wanted to get him in because we need the cover at fullbacks, and I think that if we're going to go on a cup run, we need to be able to play with fresh fullbacks because they're the ones that are going to get killed the most in this formation. So kind of had to be done. We've got quite a bit of wage budget free as well. So 3-1. Happy with that result again in the end. Bit concerning we went 1-0 down for so long, but good performance. They only had one shot and he scored it. So okay, so we've just got Boxall in and he's good. His positioning's not great, but he's got a lot of pace. He's good in the air. Definitely the best that I can hope for. He is actually injured at the moment with a groin strain, so that's a bit annoying. Probably going to maybe miss the first few games of the season. So Lyle Taylor, he plays for Wimbledon. I know him in real life. Well, I know of him in real life, and he's usually got a lot of goals in him on footy, man. And he's going to cost a bit of money. Let's see what he wants. He wants 2-3 at the moment. I mean, we're probably going to cripple the club if we get him in. But he could bang us to the league and I could get out of South Africa, which is my intention, is to just try and win the league and get gone. So do I just jeopardise the club? I'm not sure. I can offer him a contract anyway. I mean, I can always cancel it. We have actually got quite a bit of money in the bank and we can afford the transfer now. We probably couldn't afford to pay the 250 up front, which is why I've done quite a bit of monthly instalments. But obviously the instalment's going to absolutely kill us because we've already got any money coming in anyway as it is. And we're buying the stadium. But he only wants quite a cheap wage. Like, that is really cheap for him. I thought he was going to want at least like £3 a week. And he wants 1.8, so happy days. Alright, so we've actually had a shocker. I don't fucking believe it. So, Siwala. Oh man. Oh man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Fucking Egyptians. I'm absolutely devastated. An Egyptian team has bid £52,000 for Siwala, and the board have said it's too good to refuse. Are they joking? They've got to be joking. And they're not having any of it when I've tried to tell them that that's the wrong thing to do. Oh man, it's just absolutely crippled me. Fucking crippled me. You should have just took my knees instead, and I would have swapped them for Siwala. Oh man, I feel like that Lyle Taylor transfer has just got to go through now because fuck the club. Fuck the club. So I'm just looking at Siwala. I haven't got a player that I can get that's as good as him. Fuck. I'm literally fucked. I'm literally fucked. So Shees is set to sign again, and I think I'm going to get him in. He's quite decent, so let's just get him in. So that's it. He's gone. Siwala is fucking gone. And he got 20% of the transfer fee as well. Just to add insult to injury. Scandal. Absolute scandal. So we've got the final friendly. Don't even really feel like playing it at the moment. We've ended up getting like a young striker called Jacobus in, but he's just a bit of a shithouse, to be honest with you, in comparison to Siwala. But he's alright. He's got a little bit of pace about him, but nothing to write home about at all. In other news, though, we've got 2 trialists in. One's called Mabaso, one's called Isaacs, and they're actually pretty fucking good, to be honest. So I'm gonna just spend my money on those 2 probably, but we'll just see how they get on in this game. Alright, so let's encourage. I can't actually believe that's just happened. I cannot believe. Oh man, he was my go-to guy last season. He was my fucking go-to guy. Oh man. And if there's one area that I didn't want someone to go and poach someone from, it was striker, because I just need the goals. That could literally fuck my save. Fuck. Well, I mean, oh man. So good knock that. Oh, good finish, Sakwama. He might end up having to start. This non-Shinga guy seems like he's actually doing okay. And I mean, he's no Suala, don't get me wrong, but that was a good knock though. And say that he fucks up. Yeah, he's not the best. He's not the best, but he could do a job till January if you have to get somebody in. And I think Kuhn's probably gonna have to start. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen at the moment. We're gonna have to literally have a thing when it gets to the start of the season. I really want to get to good knock. Oh my god. I think you've just written yourself out of ever getting started there, Swakama. You just missed an open goal, mate. What are you playing at? We'll flick on. Go on, Lucky. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about. Can't be going into the league with this. Yeah, this. Oh, good header. this Isaacs guy as well, this centre midfielder, he's actually really good at free kicks in corners. So, good finish. It's non-singer. Good, good finish that. Yeah, he's good at set pieces. So that's just like kind of like a nice little bit. And obviously we're quite light on centre midfielders as well. And this Mabasso guy at right back is just like a better version of Mo Howe. He's got really good tackling. Oh, good effort, and he's quick. He's really quick, and I think that he could be a really really good signing. And I don't know where they've just come from. They literally must have popped up into my scouting like a week ago. But I'm just hurting. I'm hurting at the moment. Absolutely hurting. Don't you dare! Oh, they've scored as well. Shoyisa looking complacent. Oh man, that's not what I want to see when I've just bought you, man. Come on, don't be doing that to me. And you've got 100% match fitness as well. Like you've not even got an excuse. Just when I was kind of getting pleased with how things were looking, had a few things in the pipeline. Literally, that's just dented my hopes. But it is what it is, I suppose. Now, not really much I can do about it. Just gonna have to hope that everybody else steps up and scores some goals this season. Oh, hit it! Somebody hit it! Oh, yeah. I don't think he's gonna start. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's got really good stats. He should be doing the job. He's probably better than most of my strikers, and he's 18. But he just always seems to fucking miss. Nice tackle, good ball, deliver. Great ball in, and he scored. There you go. Stepped up now. Good ball in that by Don. Lyle Taylor, I think the problem is that I'm probably not going to win the league this season, and I want to win it in South Africa. And if I buy him, then I'm basically saying goodbye to the finances. And if I don't win the league this season, then I've completely fucked the club left, right, and centre. So I think that maybe I'm not going to do that transfer. But part of me thinks just fuck the board. Fuck the fucking board. I feel like leaving a little bit, but I can't because I've just built a great team. So decent result. Alright, so this is the Barso guy. I can't really see much of his stats at the moment, but I can see some quite decent ones, and he's got good crossing. And this is the Isaacs guy as well. I mean, he's not got pace, but he's really good technically. So I think I'm going to offer him a contract. He doesn't want that much as well. So I've got a little bit of wage budget as well, and Siwala was on, I think, 700 quid a week or something, so I've freed that up. But again, that's pretty devastating because that was one of my lower wages. Deflated is an understatement. Alright, so this is kind of what we're left with at the moment. The next game is actually a league match, so that was the last friendly. So I think we're going to end this episode here. I don't really know what words there are to describe what's just happened. I'm pretty fucking devastated, to be honest. The transfer window is gone. So I can only buy 3 players now, which I couldn't even get players that had contracts, let alone ones that were on a free. But what's done is done to a degree now. I think Mabasso and Isaac's going to get signed. Hopefully, when they come through, they don't have some stupid stats. And I think maybe this Isaacs guy could play with Moyo because I've not been massively sold by that Kasperi yet. He might prove me wrong, and he's a really good player to have as a rotation because of his work rate. And he can play defensive midfield and in centre midfield as well, so that's quite good. Thinking that this is probably going to be what we start the season with. Obviously, Boxall will come back in and he'll play centre back with Skippers probably, unless Shoyisa really steps up. But again, he's probably more of a rotation. Mabunda's probably going to end up starting at right back for now. When Varso comes in, he'll start at right back. And I'm pretty happy with this Nkorsu guy. I think he can do the job. He can play all across the back as well. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. And up front, it's going to be just let's just hope for the best. I didn't want to start Kuhn necessarily. He's had a shit pre-season. Nonshinger I'm pretty happy with. He's done alright, and this Chibambo guy looks like he could do the job. So I'm having to play him on wide as well, which is another thing that I didn't want to do. But you know, it's happened now, so I'm gonna have to just deal with it. So yeah, he's gonna start up front, and between the three of them, they've got goals in them. Kuhn obviously scored a lot of goals last season. Nonshinger scored a lot of goals last season. Chibambo looks like he could do the business. So just have to just hope for the best, try and get as far towards January without things really fucking up as possible, and just see how we get on. I mean, we're probably not going to have the greatest season ever now. I was never thinking I was going to win the league, but I think that we could have gone pretty close, and I think the cup run might be dead now. I think we might have to just sack that off and just concentrate on the league, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a pretty depressing way to end this episode, to be perfectly honest with you. But we'll see how we get on. Going to start the season in the next episode. Try and get as close to January as we can, but it just depends how many games I can play in a row while recording. But yeah, if you like the video, then hit the like button. I think that you should subscribe to this one, seeing as though I'm so depressed at the moment. At least a couple of subscribers will make me feel a little bit better about things. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys.